What's up, y'all? So I'm back with another video, and I'm here to talk about what I feel like is a hidden gem of a venue, and that is Fox Theater in Pomona, California. I know there's one in Oakland and there's one in Atlanta, and hopefully I'll cover those at some point in the future. But today I'm going to be talking about the one in Pomona, California. So for those that are just clicking on this video, for those that are new to my channel, this video is to basically give y'all some helpful tips when it comes to attending a show at this venue. So I'm going to be talking about the rules, the parking, the seating, the food options that are inside the venue, just to get y'all mentally prepared when attending a show here. So, right. So first thing I want to talk about is the rules. The rules are pretty straightforward. The only thing that I noticed is that you can't bring in chewing gum. You can't bring in like the obvious things. So you can't bring in like drugs. You can't bring in weapons. You can't bring in beach balls, balloons. You can't bring in animals unless if it's a service animal. Markers, just normal things you really wouldn't want to bring inside of a venue. They did not specify on if you can or cannot bring in non-clear bags, but from what I saw at the show that I attended, I did see a mix of both. So it looks like I would assume you can. And there is no dimensions of, the size of bag you can bring in, but I would just assume like a small bag, clutch, crossbody bag, something of that sort. So yeah, nothing really to report on the rules, but pretty straightforward rules with that. Next I'll talk about is parking. So when it comes to parking, so the vibe of where this venue is, it's kind of like an outdoor strip local boutique kind of a vibe. So like there's local stores that sell like local cool things. So with that, there's a lot of parking lots. So there is a parking lot that is across the way from the venue, and that's going to cost you around 20 to 25 bucks. But there is parking options that are further down the street, and which I used, and that was about like a 5-minute walk to the venue, and it costed me a total of $2.37 to park there, which is crazy in this time. But if you choose to park in one of those lots further down the street, I highly recommend downloading an app called Flowbird. So Flowbird, I would download it before. Once you get to the venue itself, just remember your parking space number. So when you do park, there is a number that's on the parking space, and remember your license plate number and just have your payment information. So once you get there, it'll tell you like, okay, you're in parking lot 6. So you choose parking lot 6, and then you enter that information, and then you pay it on the app, and you should be good to go. Yeah, highly recommend downloading that first before getting there. And next I'll talk about is the seating of the venue. So the seating itself, the bottom floor is all standing only, and then you have the upper level, which has the Logue and it has the mezzanine. Depending on the artist and depending on the event, sometimes they'll have it where the Logue and the mezzanine, they're both general admission, meaning it's first come first serve with seats. But the event that I went to, the Logue was separate compared to the mezzanine. So the mezzanine was first come first serve. The Logue, you would pay like a separate higher price and choose your seats through the website. It's super small, and I will say any seat in that venue is a good seat, whether if you're in the further back or if you're in the pit. Obviously they're all really good seats. If you want a really good spot, I highly recommend, if you can afford it, to get a quick pass. So when you do buy your tickets, and I believe it's through axs.com or access.com, the ticketing website that Fox Theater runs with, there will be an option for quick passes. And what that is you pay an extra $15 per person, and you get to get in before the general public does. So it's kind of like an early entry me and my friends used. So we used that, we get in first, and we got to choose our seats in the mezzanine, because we chose to sit in the mezzanine because we like seats. So we got first dibs on seats in the mezzanine area. Just in that case too, if the show is like really sold out and the line's wrapped around, like you just get priority access, and it's just stress-free. You don't have to like worry, because sometimes like when you're sitting up there, there's like one seat here, one seat there, and then you can't sit with your friend. It's just a whole situation. So if you can't afford it, I recommend getting a quick pass, especially for shows like on weeknights too, so there are those options depending on the show. There's some shows that don't do that, but this show, luckily, they offer quick passes. Next is food. So when it comes to the food and the drinks, so they do with drinks, they did have a full bar. The drinks are going to running around between $18 to $20. They did have specialty cocktail drinks for the specific event, which was pretty cool. And there is a full bar downstairs, and in the upstairs where the mezzanine and the Logue seats are, there are 2 little mini bars that they have. Yeah, it's kind of like a full bar in a way, but it's like just a smaller version of it. And they do have water, and the water costed like $5 for a bottle of was it Niagara water? I was like, damn, $5 for this? But anyways, they have everything. But food wise, there is a restaurant connected. I believe it's called the Green Room. I wasn't there in time, and I just wanted to get seats and things like that, so I didn't get a chance to go inside the Green Room itself. But if you're just like me, just wanting to get your seat, sit there and just grab something from a concession stand, they don't got that. What they only had, at least the event that I went to, was a bag. Either you could choose either between a bag of Dorito chips, the nacho cheese flavor, or Lay's potato chips. And my friend paid for it, and I believe from what I remember it was like $8 for 2 bags of chips. And I was like, this is crazy for that. That's insane. So just be mentally prepared for that. But I will say, if you want to like get there a little before, there are 2 restaurants. There is a Thai restaurant and there is a Mexican restaurant that's like right next to the venue. The Thai restaurant's like diagonal, but the Mexican restaurant's like on the same street as the venue itself. They have happy hour, and they have tacos, burritos and all that good stuff. If you want to eat, I'd recommend eating before, but if you want to wait till after, go for it. But just letting y'all know that there's no hot dogs, there's no pretzels, there's no pizza, nothing, just a bag of chips. That's that on food. I will say that this venue it's super intimate, it's super cool, really chill, and the area is super chill. There's not a lot going on in the area, but it's nice. I don't know. It's, like I said, it's a hidden gem. You go and there's like a huge artist that's playing in this small town of Pomona. It's crazy. But that's that on the Fox Theater of Pomona. So thank y'all for tuning into this video. Feel free to subscribe to this channel, and I'll do more reviews, different venues, hopefully outside of SoCal. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in.